Okay, so let's talk today about labeling a little bit more. Let's see if we can give you a little bit more homework with labeling. So we did in a previous video, we talked about labeling your breathing. We talked about labeling it rising and falling. And with that meditation practice, we talked about labeling your thinking, just thinking. So a quick recap, it's just rising, falling with your breathing. And as thinking comes along, just label it 3 times thinking, let it go, return to rising and falling. So let's take this labeling practice and see if we can put it more into our life and a little bit deeper into our experiences of meditation. For example, as you're sitting here, let's say you had pain on your knee, okay? Instead of going, oh my God, this pain sucks, I wish this pain would go away, what if you just labeled the experience pain? Okay, you could just label it 3 times, just pain, 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 let it go, return to your meditation practice, rising and falling. Let's say you had an emotion like anger, frustration, sadness, whatever. This emotion arises like frustration. You just label it frustration 3 times. Frustration, frustration, frustration. You let it go and you return to this process of rising and falling. What if you were chopping vegetables? Chopping vegetables, and all of a sudden you become annoyed because I don't know why, because you didn't have something that you wanted from the store and you can't make the sauce that you want. So you're chopping vegetables is very dangerous. Chop your finger off. You got to be present in the moment. So you stop that process of chopping, which is your action, and what do is you label the emotion, annoyance, okay, anger, frustration, sadness, jealousy, anything. You label it 3 times, you let it go, and then you go back to your action. So your action, for example, like when you're rising and falling, that's the cue to be back with your breath. But when you're doing an action, you can actually label your action. Your action is chopping. So, oh, okay, annoyance, annoyance, annoyance. Okay, what am I doing? Chopping. Okay, chopping, chopping, chopping. Then just go back to chopping. Chop, 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 chop. Same with driving. If you're driving and someone cuts you off, it can be anger, anger, anger. Let it go. Say, oh, what am I doing? Okay, driving, 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 driving. Let that go and then just go back to the process of driving. So these are other ways and techniques that you can add labeling into your everyday life. Try it out. Tell me if it helps. Thanks.